we go. Surprise. Hi, buckaroos. I just wolfed down all my dinner really quickly there. Sorry about that delay. I was like, the classic blunder. I can finish that in 5 minutes, you know? I could shove 2 hot dogs down my throat in like 3 minutes. I severely underestimated my skill. But regardless, we are gonna get started. So for today, we're gonna actually make something a little fancy. I was gonna work on this offline, but I figured it'd be good content to kind of walk through how I would lay out something like this. And it's also, I gotta get it done to get the video done. So I will kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Friendly reminder to stay hydrated too. Drink your water. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. So, first things first, we're going to grab Mario Sunshine logo. And, oh, look at this cool one someone made, the Final Fantasy 14 style. Oh, get out of here. We want this one. And this one's already doing a lot of work for us, so we'll take this one too. Okay. So, what I plan on having for the video, when we load into the video, it'll be like a 3 to 5 second little animation. It'll be, let me set a nice even gray here. Some little goop bloops. Oops. I want blue, please. Like a goop bloop there. Another one here. But, you know, actually drawn like they're gonna look. And then we'll just grab like green gloop bloop here. So that's all gonna come in. Then what we're gonna do is it's gonna come out like this. We're gonna slap the logo on it. So I'll just take this one as an example. Whoa, I zoomed out too much there. I'll take this one as an example of just how we're gonna do this. It's gonna like pop down here, which then it gets its own other layer of goop bloop or bloop goop. Kind of like this. And it's actually gonna mix these colors together. So like every bloop that comes out is gonna have little trails of like the mixed color going out when they kind of collide. And then we're gonna do, oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be like here, or whatever it ends up being, right? Whoops. And then each of these is gonna be their own layer. So they're gonna kind of like sandwich down on each other. No, I'm thinking we'll do the sun. So let's split these up. Then we'll take the sunshine here, grab that, and we'll merge all these back down. So each of these is going to come down one piece at a time. And then we're going to have, what is it? Right. So these are going to come down one piece at a time. And then we're going to have wipe 1. So let me grab this guy. Whoops. That guy. Bam. Hey, I got 5 minutes left on my break. I thought I'd check in. Aw, thanks for checking in, Delta Boss. Sorry the Monday stream ended up being your day off, but I'm glad you came in to say hi, Buckaroo. You'll have the VOD to look forward to, and it'll be a super dandy little treat. It'll be a super dandy little treat. You know, you can catch me later saying I've surely finished this and I didn't procrastinate at all tonight on the stream. But regardless, we got that there. So we get this layer here. We're gonna have 2 wipes. One kind of goes like this. And that's gonna like have goop roll up. So there's gonna be like a roll of this purple goop. I'll grab like a different color like this. So it's like spiraled. And then this is the white, right? No, they're both on 11s. So, whoops. Where are you? You go above. Clipping group. There we go. So we'll have the wipe here and then another wipe here. Heck yeah, I like the art VODs. Ah, glad to hear. Yes, it's a glimpse into my mind. Just wait until we get to the programming VODs eventually. Then everybody's going to be lost, including me. If I ever do one of those, it'll be just the one, and then we never go back. And then we'll never go back again. But we get this guy. This guy goes here. Not a clipping group. So we have the rolls that are going to come up. And then when these come up, that's going to show the font that says Progressive Blindness. Okay, that's the plan. So we'll just lighten this up real quick. And that's the final battle plan. So this is what I've kind of layered out. So this is how I'm going to set it up. So now that we know every piece that we have, we know what the final is going to air quotes look like. We now want to set up the chain of events. So I'm going to want just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I shouldn't have more than 10 steps. I don't trust myself. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now we can merge all this down onto one layer. We don't got to worry about layers anymore. As opposed to conservative blinding. Yes. Exactly. So now I want to do another layer under here. We want to do, I think, just a white circle, right? We can do like a white square, it's fine. Actually, no, we can do something fancy. Check this out. We do this. See how we got the selection there? I only want the outline of those guys though. So I just press Control T. If I hit enter, it only highlights the selected pixels. So we got a white layer, outline. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. So now that we have contrast, we're going to do step 1 is going to be, actually, I'm going to just copy all this. Normally, I don't like planning out this much, but I know if I don't do this, I'm going to beat myself up. So we're going to do 1, which was this yellowy goop that's stuck out here. And now 2, which is the blue goop. And then 3, which is the green goop. 4 is going to be purple goop. 5 is going to be super. 6 is going to be the sun. Now this is the O of the Mario, but I think it's better if I split up into 4 pieces so they have like a subtle little animation there. But then we're going to do 7 as in Mari, 8 as in sunshine, and all right, heading back. I'll watch the VOD tomorrow. Looks good so far. Can't wait to understand the plan. Yeah, thanks for heading around, Buckaroo. Bye-bye. 9 is going to be paint rolling. 10 is going to be progressive. So these are going to happen at like basically the same time. But I'm marking them like this, so I know that they're 2 separate things. 11 is going to be the other paint roll, and then 12 is going to be this. And then I'm debating if I want to have it just be this, and then like zoom in and it disappears, or like we just cover it with paint and then wipe it all away. So it's like bup, 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 whomp, whomp, and then splat, or bup, 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 whomp, whomp, and then just one big wipe. Which I think is probably the better play. It'll be smoother and less jarring. So we will keep this as is. That's the plan. So now, oh, I didn't want to get rid of that half. We get rid of these. We only need up to 11. We just stack these vertically now. Actually, I don't need these. I can just I can just make the text myself. It's 2026. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Push this up. So 1 is going to be there we go. Okay. I don't need spaces, right? Okay. 1 is going to be let's just say yellow goop. 2 is going to be a blue goop. 3 is going to be green goop. 4 is going to be purple goop. And 5 is going to be super. 6 is going to be O. 7 is Mari. 8 is sunshine. 9 roll. Roll 1. Progressive. 11 is blindness. Oh, excuse me. Roll 2. And then 12 is blindness. Okay. So now that we have that down pat, I can just cut this in half. We know that this is our game plan. So we'll grab all this. Minimize this. And now it's all scaled to be about the same size. I don't really need that. There we go. So now we have a couple things to do. We're going to need to make each layer. As all the goops collide, that's going to create a blended version of the colors. So I want to get the shapes right first. Then we're going to get all the goops going. Then we're going to do, I have to do a lot more blending if I make the Mario set up as different pieces. So I think what we do is if I make the Mario set up as different pieces. So I think what we do is we just cut all this out. Whoops. We cut all this out. So all that happens in one chain, and we just have it splat in one go. I would want it to come down different pieces, but if I'm going to, because I'm not going to be actually animating this in animation software, I don't really have the time to do that. I want to, but learning animation right now on top of everything else is probably going to be a bit too much. So I think instead, I'll have it be the one piece. So it'll be just a blonk, blonk, blonk. Every piece that comes down blends with another, except the progressive and the blindness. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawings, each on their own layer. And then each one's going to have a second version. So 10 total drawings. Okay. So to start, I'm going to worry about this after. So I'm not just going to steal this person's render here of Super Mario Sunshine. But this is nice because it gives us a vector shape if we, and I'm going to use that to break down what's happening here in the logo. Because I could also just redraw the logo as is. I wanted to do some cool typography. We'll see how long the goop takes us. If the goop takes us longer than I'd like, then what I'm going to do is I'll just keep that shape and keep it as is. Okay. So let's grab, if I go in here, we want to grab this guy because I want to reference these goop patterns I made, which I was really happy with how I emulated that. And these are also conveniently the 4 colors we want. So that's perfect. So let's get rid of this gray. Let's get our goops here. And we will I'll just do those right there. I'm probably not going to need this then. Let's get rid of that. We can just get rid of that black outline there. There we go. Nice. All right, now I'm going to do something fancy. View, new floating view. So now, since right off the rip, I'm not really going to be using my navigation pane on the left that you can't really see. So if I do this, and I zoom out, or I zoom into the amount I want it to be like this much. Whomp. I go over here like this. So now, no matter how I interact with this canvas, this one always stays the same, but if I was to doodle on it like this, it will reflect on here. So now I have this just off to the side here, so I've always got a reference of what I'm doing. Or I guess I'll keep it in frame so you guys can see. I'll keep it up here. I don't need to use this. There we go. And then we just pump this up. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're working on. Okay. So now I can just skaboodle, leave all that to be by itself. And over here, we can start doodling. To start, I'm thinking. Let's go get some actual goop patterns. Paint splatter. All right, I got a good idea about it. Let's start by grabbing these colors, because these are the colors I'm going to use. So this one, we will grab the probably green black here. This one, the purple-dy gobbledygook, and the brown one. So those are all the colors everybody knows. So I'm thinking now for visual clarity for the graphic that shows on top, if we look over here at this guy and I just create a layer underneath, we can, if I come back over here, we can grab this guy and we can do, whoops, this guy. There we go. Grab this. We can do the 4 colors here so we can see which one is going to give us the best contrast for all the colors on this guy and isn't as aggravating to the eye. And right now it's looking like that cyan is probably the closest aquamarine. So I'm thinking we'll put the darkest one in the back. So the order of operations is probably going to be oops. Oh, we can also do this too. Check us out. Wah. Yeah, I had it right. So we're going to do bam. Whoops. This next, please. Then this one's a bit bright. Yes, we'll have that one on top, especially once we get those yellows in. So we'll do this guy on top and then this one on top. Yeah, there we go. So that'll be our order of operations of the colors we're going to use. And come over here. Thank you. Okay. So, hey. Get back over there. That's what I thought. Okay. So we'll pop these up here. Then, we need the rough shapes. So let's just go ahead. And I will do 4 layers for this because I'm going to want to see what each one looks like when they're on top of each other. I want to be happy with how they are beforehand before I merge the colors when some of the splats come out. So we'll label this layer green, this layer brown, this layer cyan, and the last one is pink. So we'll grab green first. And now we just make some, oh, actually, before I do anything, how could I forget? We're gonna do this, bam, grab this guy. So now I know that this is my screen. This is the full workspace I have to work with. The project's gonna be 16 by 9. I'll just move this over a bit so I'm not in your guys' way. The project itself is going to be 16 by 9. So by having this here, I know how I'm going to portion and organize the colors. So I'm going to want green to be something like, they're the 4 colors, blop, 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 blop. So these 3 colors are going to be in like a triangle, like I showed up here. So I'm going to do this first color here. Or actually, I want dark green in bottom. I want it to spread out. So I'm thinking like this. Then we'll do brown over here. Cyan like this. And then when the pink comes in, it's just going to come in right on top. So now I know. Okay. So now I have the rough approximation where I want those colors. Not quite happy with it though. So now I can just start playing out with how the blobs are going to look before I mess with the underside. I'm going to first just make some like cuts into here to simulate what it would look like. Some ins and some outs. Some longer strands. some wider strands, something like this. I don't want to do that. Yeah, we could do something like this. Maybe this guy comes out like so. We'll have another drop. Something like that. It looks kind of condensed though. Like it looks like I'm trying to warp it to the shape of the thing, which is what I'm concerned about doing mentally, like trying to fill the space. So I think we just zoom out a bit. I think we have it more like this. Give ourselves some white space. So when the pink comes on, pink can dominate these areas. Oh, whoops. I think we save the rest of this for pink. Reminds me of ice cream. It does, doesn't it? It looks so tasty. What is it supposed to be? Oh, here, I'll show you. Here, let me give you a gander. All right. So I did recently a live stream of me playing through Super Mario Sunshine, where my screen was progressively covered by little hindrances like these bad boys here. So I drew these cute little stickers and those covered my screen so I couldn't see as well when I was playing the game. And to represent those, I have made a video for it. And I want to have this kind of like half animated intro with some layers of like the paint splattering down and mixing together. So up here is our little battle plan. So I got this guy right here. We're going to have these three colors here, the ice cream colors you already saw before that we're kind of laying out the structure for, are going to be the down there splat. So splat, splat, splat. Then a big splat of that pink color is going to come out there and mix with all the other colors and kind of blend together as it goes out. Then we're going to have the logo slam down and that's going to push out even more goop. And then we're going to have like a squeegee sound effect. Whomp, whomp. And with each one of those, the words for the name of the challenge appears. Progressive Blindness. It's going to be textured like this. And that's the logo. And this is our little battle plan. So I'm glad I drew that now because that saved me a lot of time explaining. But also, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Welcome to the stream, Buckaroo. Oh, it's a cool concept. Yes, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm a yappa. I'm a yappa. It's in my blood. It's in my blood, so I don't mind explaining a bunch. But right now, what I'm doing, I've got this whole thing laid out here. So I'm gonna organize this. I noticed I was kind of in my head trying to match the paint to the shape of the 16:9 canvas we have. Rather than that, what I'm gonna do is instead set this space up so I have kind of like a pseudo circle going on. And just get that guy over here. That way I want to reserve areas like this. I want to reserve these areas for the pink blob when it comes out and the blending. So I'm going to keep most of it actually smaller than I anticipated right here in the center, which gives me room for all that texture to come out, and it should still read beautifully. I can yap a bit. I should be asleep because of classes, but I can't sleep. Hey, welcome to the Insomnia Club. That's why we do the late streams. I tried my best to stream earlier, but like I'm so tired until like 5 o'clock hits. In EST, I'm in the EST time zone. Till that 5 o'clock hits, and then I'm just like, man, I can't do this anymore. But like as soon as like 7, 8 o'clock comes around, I'm like, whew, I got so much energy. I got stuff to do. So I'm trying to catch all the late night streamers who got the same energy. Time zone? EST. So I'm in Eastern Standard Time. So gonna be 𝘰𝘠𝘥𝘦. And I want this to come in. I want this to come out more, kind of like this guy. This guy should come out more, kind of like this. this can be rounded out more. So like EST is like New York, New England on the East Coast of the United States of America. That's where I'm at. My next, the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean? Which one is it? Hold on, I gotta look that up. I haven't looked at a map in so long. What is the ocean? Do I know what the ocean is? Okay, it is the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, I knew I was right. I'm like, I'm not on the Pacific Ocean. Am I crazy? I don't think well, I mean, I am crazy, but but not about the ocean I'm next to. Shh. CEST, so like 2:38. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Well, hey, anytime you're up late, you're welcome here, Buckaroo. Can I call you Buckaroo? Was Buckaroo all right? That's my default around here. Then we do a chop, and we get some big goop going out. Kerblamma. I kind of want, how do I guess it just kind of happens. You get some like blobs and dots and stuff. Of course, funny nickname. That's what I'm here for. They call me the funny nickname lady. I'm lots of funnies. I'm funny looking, and I got funny names. You know, all three at once. Funny sounding too. I got a funny bone. 2 of them, I think, right? You got 2 funny bones in your body? Is that how that works? I don't know. Maybe if there's a doctor, someone will let me know. It'd be really convenient if you were going to school for anatomy. That'd make life a little easier. Do a 3rd goop there. We'll just do like a random dot. I need some smaller ones. Need some size variations here. Kind of like 2 of those where they're like bigger here and they get smaller as they go out. Yeah, something like that. I guess we want to round this out to come back out for some more. We'll do... We want some splatters. We want more like this guy who kind of come in and then they splat like that. Yeah, there we go. That's looking like paint. That's what paint looks like, right? Something like that. All right, let's do... We're gonna do... I kind of like this dynamic here, where we'll have like these 2 kind of stretching out far like this, making like a diamond shape. And then to give us some contrast on this other side, I think I'm gonna do like this for the other one. I'll make this cyan kind of long and split them down the middle here, which will get us, that'll get us some nice dynamicity. That's a word, right? I think so. Are the blobs on the side inspiration? The blobs here, those are ones I actually drew for the challenge run. So if I just pull up, let me grab a screenshot from the footage. Do I have the footage in this computer? I forget. Here, let me get it. Your channel live. I'll get you a screenshot. Don't worry, I'll get you a screenshot. Come on, computer. Come on. There we go. So I grab that. So here's a screen cap from the... Whoa. Here's a screen cap from the stream. So I drew all those stickers I showed a moment ago, and I had them cover the screen as I was playing. So you can see right there, those are actually some of the ones I drew. And I really liked the texture of them. So when I go back in and actually draw out the shape of the goop, when I draw out the final of it, render, I'm going to try and go for that pattern again because it just looked so nice. Gives me like candy vibes for a reason. It does look so good. Like I drew this this watermelon here. Oh, whoops. Mr. Computer, please behave. Sir! Brother! I drew this like watermelon here, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. Like I would take a bite out of that. I was pretty proud of these. I normally go too above and beyond on some of the stuff I make, so it was very nice that everything kind of fit in there. Make sure that fits for you guys. I wish I was drawing candy. That'd be a lot more fun than icky, icky goop. Yeah. I imagine like tasting this stuff is just gonna be bitter and nasty. Or maybe it's very tasty. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't licked the goop in sunshine, so I can't offer any wisdom there. I've got wisdom in a lot of things, but licking things ain't one of them, unfortunately. Lol, one of them said, oh, Nish, I think. Yes. Oh, no. Here, I'll do you one better. I'll just, you know what? I'll just put the best ones on screen for you. Like this guy. Oh, this isn't the finished one, actually. Hold up. Hold. That's the in progress one I've been showing this whole time. I just finished going through all my computer files. So everything's a mess everywhere. Here we go. We've got the good old you tried. Swedish? Yes, it is. I was in VC with a lot of my friends from my Final Fantasy 14 group, and we have a lot of European friends, and we always say "oh nay" instead of "oh no," because they say it, and it's so cute and funny when they say it. So we love doing it. I asked my German friends for something funny, and they're like, "Do let me smash," but in like German, right? And so I did Lemmy in English, and then we got Zermenschen here. And so, you know, that's a little Easter egg for anybody there looking. And then we have the Schnauzer, the boy. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, look at them. Oh, I love the little peanut butter boys. They're so cute. I had some other funny ones, but I ran out of time before I had to start streaming. So I said, these are the ones we'll roll with. So, what can you do? What can you do? But I'm a bit of a language connoisseur. I love languages. I love learning about other languages, phrases, everything. More culture in my life, more good is what I say. You're Norwegian. Yippee! So you know. You spotted it. That's how. That's how you did it. That's how you did it. You got a big Norwegian brain on your shoulders. I've just got a dumb American brain. Unfortunately, the lack of intelligence is quite drastic over here. I can't even deny. It's like that, 𝘊𝘵𝘮𝘦 for me. Is that how you pronounce it? Or is it like, do I need to like pronunciate one of those letters a little bit more? Was that too soft? I know I'm a little soft spoken. I'm always, see, because when you're learning another language, right? You are supposed to mimic what like the accent that other people make. But then in your head, you're like, well, that's good. That's me being really rude. I don't want to do that. But when I was like trying to pick Spanish back up again, it was like, it was a very big learning process where one of my friends was like, please just do it. Just make the sounds, because it just sounds weird when you don't do it. And my German friends were laughing at me because they're like, no, you've really got to get your throat in there. Got to get in your throat in there when you make those sounds. You're speaking too softly. And I'm like, but I don't want people to think I'm like, you know, I haven't cleared my throat in a while. So it's always funny to hear those funny little grammar differences. Good. Well, I'll have to hit you up if I end up making some more. Love little things like that. It's easy to learn Norwegian and Swedish, except for the intonation part. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been getting. It's kind of like, I don't think it would be exactly the same, but it's like when I was in high school learning Italian, I ended up really struggling with a couple of the sounds that you make with your, I forget the terms, like conjunctions there. So like the GN sound for gnocchi, That one was really hard for me to get, like how you kind of roll your tongue, but you don't finish the roll when you're saying it to get that pronunciation. It's very interesting. That was a fun day. I learned. I remember that to this day. Oh God, I was in that class years ago. That was a while ago. You're doing linguistics as a side hustle? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so jealous. Every time I want to learn another language, I have to remind myself, I'm like, Adoriana, you got way too many, you got way too many hobbies already. You don't need any more. So I ended up learning another language. Unfortunately, it was Python. so not quite the language anyone you wanted. English is your major? Oh, nice. So it's not, I assume then it's your secondary language, right? Ah, I want to learn. I wish I had another language so bad. I really got to get on it. Yes? Oh, awesome. Well, good. If you ever, I was going to say if you need help with anything, but it looks like you got it pretty down pat. There's thankfully a lot of stuff on it too, but I'm always down here if you ever want to practice or anything too. Happy to help. Happy to help. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're drawing goop. Here we go. Got over here. Go over here. Got that bad boy. I want to smooth this out because this doesn't look quite right. I'm just trying to get the general shapes right now. Knowing Python is impressive though. I could never. So it's like not so much knowing Python. It's more so, it's not as fun as parcel tongue either. It's not quite as fun as that. It's more so knowing what you need and where to look for it, like what to search. And then the other like 40% is like just copying other people's stuff. That's what the most of it is. You do a lot of the basics by yourself, but the rest of it's basically copyright infringement. I'm not an expert or anything at it yet, but right now I'm trying to just like make my own website and stuff. If you ever have a chance to like look back at some of my older VODs, you'll see in one of the Monster Hunter videos I did, I tried setting up a little program that would bring some of the characters I had to life, and it worked all right until they started flirting with one of the chatters. And I had to stop turning it off there. I'm like, I gotta go deep dive into this a bit more before I bring that back. But it's okay. They thought it was funny, so we'll take it. That's a win on everybody's books. I think what we do, we got lots of sharp bits here. Let's make like a nice big goop, like a nice big like splatter here that like does a double splat. So if we do like that, and then we do like something like that. No, I don't like that. I like just the big goop there. And then I kind of want this to fit more like this though. Whoopsie, go over here, toss this down. Yeah, now that's kind of the shape I was looking for. Chocolate, mint, and strawberry ice cream. Yes. Here, I'll do you one better. You've been watching so much ice cream. Let's get you some ice cream. Oops. Some cones just for you. Whoops. Actually, you know what? We'll get a triple stacker. We'll get a triple stacker going. We'll have a little ice cream over here. Whoopsie. And then we'll get some nice mint. This isn't a very good mint color though. Let's get like a nice mint ice cream color, more saturation. Yeah, there we go. I want to be on S3. There we go. More of this. And then we get the little flop down here. Scoop it so it's round. And then we'll do this guy. And we'll grab this one. We'll make this a much more tasty looking strawberry though. Something like this. There we go. I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna copy that. There we go. We'll get our cone down here. I'll do you one better. It'll be a waffle cone just for you. There you go. Look at that. A nice waffle coner. That's too far out. I'm thinking something like this. Straighten that out. And then smooth this guy out. We'll get some chocolate like drizzling down here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, and then we'll do... These need to be a little smaller. Womp. So now they're all the right size. And we'll get some chips in there. You like mint chip? We'll get you some mint chip in here. Grab this. Neutral. Yeah, we'll go with the cool. We'll go with the cool. There we go. Get some of them popping out of the side here. I got distracted, but I'm having fun drawing ice cream, so I don't care. I know if Oscar Mikey was here, he would like this mint chip ice cream. Who knows where our boy is on this day? I had mint chocolate chip sandwiches at 7-Eleven in Japan. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. Ooh, I mean, 7-Eleven in Japan already? Like, that's a big win right there. I didn't really like mint chip. I'm going to be honest. I'm more of a like... Oh, hold on, wait, this is way too even. I'm more of a like... I would just rather have the mint itself. Like, that would be super tasty to me. Let's group some of these up, add some more space. Get like some double chips going on so they're grouped up. They're too small. Yeah, I'll make them bigger. I think if we make them bigger, it's gonna look better. It's gonna look better. I've always wanted to go to Japan. I'm eventually gonna go. I think at some point I will. When that some point is, I'm not quite sure. But eventually. I want to go to Korea too. I think if I had to pick another language to learn, Korean's definitely up there. But also Japanese, because then I want to go to Japan. I don't really want to visit Korea, but I want to learn Korean because a lot of the webcomics I read are in Korean for their initial releases. So I really want to I want to read them like before they finish their production cycle, so I don't have to like wait for them, you know? Let's make some of these not so square. Like a triangle chip. There we go. It's pretty nice there and very warm. Yeah, that's the one killer. I can't stand the heat. I want to be as far north as possible. I came up to the northern United States because I was like, yeah, here we go. It'll be nice and cold and easy and then good to go. And then I was like, no. It's too hot now. I gotta go further north. And then my family's all moving south. They're going down further south. So I'm just like, all right, well, I'm never visiting. I'll turn into a puddle if I come down there. You think Korean might be easier than Japanese in terms of the alphabet? That's like my basic understanding too. I just also feel like I'm so much more used to hearing Japanese though. So I've got to pick my poison. I can't do both. I mean, I could do both, but I don't really have time for both. I think I have to be realistic about the one I'd use more, though. And sadly, that is Korean, because I do participate in that whole circle of webcomics and whatnot more often. But what can you do? I can always pick up another one if I want. Let's get some strawberry bits in here. We're going to want to do a little bit more saturated to like down here. There we go. These, unlike that, are going to be like these random sort of swirly shapes where they're kind of incorporated. No, I don't like that one. Yeah, something like that. It kind of looks like it has acne. Oopsie. You know what? We'll do one better. Yeah, we'll do one better. How about this? How about this? We'll do some rainbow sprinkles. That we're just getting completely distracted. Oh, we'll put a couple down here. But you know, this is what art and the human soul is about. just making whatever you're feeling. Ain't gotta worry about it. I would definitely eat that combo. It looks so good. I could go for this right now. I have some sad news though. I recently learned I'm allergic to ice cream or dairy in general, the proteins in dairy specifically. So I unfortunately can't eat most of this. They have a dairy-free strawberry and chocolate though, so I'm 2/3 of the way there. Actually, you know what? Even though I'm allergic, I'd probably still eat it. I'd probably still take a nice big bite out of it. Oh no, it's okay. I've come to terms with it. That's what you get for getting old when you become a hag like me. What other colors are there? There's the blue ones. That's way too many crisscrossing. You can stick to sorbets. I can. I love sorbets though. I'll eat sorbets, freeze pops. I'll eat Italian ice. Like, ooh, it's all good to me. I thankfully don't have much of a sweet tooth. I do prefer salty foods, salty and savory. But oh man, I'm not supposed to eat it. But you give me a strawberry shortcake, and my life is yours. Done. I'll eat it, no questions asked, anytime, anywhere. All right, let's do a green next. We'll do a little more saturated. And then what other colors are there? Yellow. Are they like red? Yeah, there's got to be red in there, right? I think so. I suppose that's nice. There aren't too many salty foods in dairy, I suppose. No, not too many. There's not too much stuff that I like really enjoyed that I'm like missing out on. Very much have a sweet tooth. Just make sure to brush your teeth. Just take good care of your teeth, and you can use as much sugar as you want. There we go. It's not the best ice cream in the world, but you know what? Gosh darn it, it's our ice cream. Put a couple more of these down here. Oops. Yeah, something like that. I like kind of have a sweet tooth, so I like the sweet flavor, but I think like a sweet and savory, a sweet and salty, that's the way they go. I still have the candy I bought in Sweden a few weeks back. Oh, hell yeah. That's indeed a nice ice cream. It is. I gotta get you your waffle cone. I promise you a waffle cone. Only the best for my viewers. You guys get waffle cone. Let's do this. Or actually, it would realistically be more like that. And then we're gonna do a magic trick. So I want to get rid of this guy. So we're gonna do, I guess it's not much of a magic trick. We'll just do womp, womp. I want to turn my stabilizer back up. Really wish I had my drawing tablet. Womp, womp. More like this angle, I'm thinking. More like that. Whoops. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll go like this. And then we'll go womp. Hey, womp, 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 womp. There we go. And then we grab this side. And we want these to be at alternating angles. So these are at a sharp angle. So I'm going to do a more shallow angle for this one. And we're going to go up instead of down. Then we're going to go womp, 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 womp. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, that's good enough. I'd say for a quick 5-minute adventure, that's a pretty good ice cream. What drawing program are you using? I'm using Paint Tool Sci, which is actually, it's this decrepit old program here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Hello? Gotta restructure this whole thing real quick. Oh god, where's my other keyboard? Ah! Grab that there, over here. So I don't know how big this is. Yeah, there we go. So, womp, womp. So this guy, that's what I'm using. Procreate because you have an iPad? Solid choice, solid choice. I tried Procreate, but I like this one because it's so nice and simple. Ah, perfect. Look at this bad boy. But, yeah, it's got what I need, not much more. I don't like the extra fluff. I like to keep things simple, so just get this back. But there are things I do really want with Procreate, like a lot of the tools and features, textures, brushes. But I think for now, this one will hold me over. Again, that's what I get for being ancient. When did you start multi-streaming? I started multi-streaming 2 weeks ago when I got the second computer set up. So now we're golden. We get it going perfectly. But let's finish up this ice cream. So first things first, I would like to know why I'm not getting that color there. Turn this one down. I want these to be a little bit more saturated. These are some very sad ice creams. That's a bit much. We'll hide this bad boy. We'll just keep that as is, a little bit more saturated. So it's not quite as sad. I've been on YouTube this whole time. Do you not like YouTube? Well, I guess, I mean, you probably don't, but, you know, hey, there we go. YouTube and Twitch. It's nice, though, because with the multi-stream, it saves the VOD, so I don't have to manually upload it. And also, it's higher quality, so I don't need a separate encoder setting. I can just stream to YouTube, and then we're good to go. But anyway, let's finish up this ice cream. We're going to grab these 3 stacks, and I'm going to grab this selection. We're going to create well, actually, I'll just grab the whole darn thing. The whole darn thing. We'll do a quick render of this. Take 2 seconds. Multiply. No, you want to be normal. I want you to multiply. I'm not going to think about the colors too much. We will grab like a nice neutral, kind of like this. Whoopsie, clipping group. There we go. Something with a little bit more color. There we go. So let's go get this guy. You're also, I think my sleep is getting to me. See you later. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Buckaroo. You're welcome back anytime. Good luck with the linguistics. Good luck with the sleep, and I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye. We'll draw this guy here. Womp. A little shadow on this ice cream. I don't know how we started drawing ice cream, but we're here now, so I'm gonna finish it. James Goo, hi! How you doing? Welcome to the stream, Buckaroo. Good to see you. Oh, so many Paloronies hanging out. We got a little distracted drawing an ice cream, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? We're supposed to be drawing this little animation here on the left, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Doing good? Good to hear. What brings you out? What brings you out into this late evening if you're in the EST time zone? If you're not, it's probably a reasonable time of the night. Go get this guy. I don't want it on the cone. Nice. I'll just clean that up. Yeah, something like that. I'm using my dad's iPad, so my name is Eileen. Hi, nice to meet you, Buckaroo. Ooh, it's an old. People call me Eileen, but it's Eileen. Eileen? Oh, I see, I see. Okay, I'll make sure to commit that to memory, Buckaroo. We got Eileen. I had a friend in high school. Her name was Isabel, and everybody kept calling her Isabella, even though that's not even remotely her name. So I'm all familiar with the struggle. So you won't catch any mispronunciations from me going forward. Hey, yeah. Here we go. Best promotion on streamboo.org. Ah, boo. That's a bot. How do I do anything about that? How does that work? I thought that was genuine engagement. How could I? How could I have fallen for it? That's okay, though. No A? Aileen? Do I have that right? No A. Aileen. So it's like chew, right? Sorry, I was deleting someone's message there. There was a bot in chat. There we go. Let me go back to this guy. Why did I start painting ice cream? Where did this come from? What can you do? Put that there. Put this here. Snag this guy right here. There we go. Pretty? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was supposed to be working on this thing right here, this this little goop thing, this sketch for an animation I'm working on, but I got distracted and started drawing ice cream with a waffle cone, so I don't know what's going on there. But you know, you can't have a drawing of an ice cream cone just unfinished. It's not good enough. Delete that right there. No AE. I was right. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, no worries. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. That's what matters. And then I will just do this. And now we do this bad boy. We do merged image. Grab these mixed. I'm gonna lower this down actually. Bang. And we're gonna do this guy here, clipping group. We'll get our highlight going. Whoops. We want to do this guy. And then we want it on this one as well. Show the reflected light. And we get the color from the mint chip here. Same thing. We want to show that reflected light. And just a little bit more down here. Whoops. I don't want that brown there. And then don't want to cover up the mint chip either. That's why that's looking weird. There we go. And have to go soon. Aw. Cherry? No, it's strawberry. We got strawberry and mint chip and chocolate. Have to go soon. Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out, though. Your dad wanted his tablet back, I assume. They say crime never pays. Bye-bye, Buckaroo. Thanks for coming to hang out. Let's do this guy. We'll get these going here. And then we'll do this guy here. We don't want any of this or this in it or the cone. And then in here we do that. Nice. Oh, what happened to my ice cream here? What happened? And we grab merged image. Same thing for the cone. Actually, I'm gonna do a light. Oh no, I want current layer. And then we want this bad boy. And then this guy here. And then we'll add this layer just for a little brightness in it. Get this bad boy going. Blue Otter, hello. Hi, Buckaroo. How is everyone? I'm doing good. How about you? We had a lot of travelers coming in and out today. Good to see everybody. Grab that guy, one of these. Plague Point 2, I figured, but there was always a chance it wasn't Plague. So, I gotta make sure. There are a lot of imposters out there, Don't get your ID stolen. You're super eepy. Aw, I'm sorry, Buckaroo. Well, you've come to the right place. I'll siphon some energy out to you. Did you get it? I hoped that worked. Also, don't ask why we're drawing an ice cream cone. I don't remember how it started. But now that's done. So we come back here. We're going to grab this dark brown. Actually, we're going to do black. we're going to do this. Then we're going to do layer, outline. Oops. Something like that. And now we grab this and we grab a darker color. We make it that's. Grab this boy. We grab strawberry. Go darker. I'm gonna grab mint and go darker. I'm gonna grab this. Go darker. Less saturated on this side. There we go. Yippee! Looks pretty good ice cream to me. It does, doesn't it? It's not what I expected to happen today, but you know, we have our fun and that's what matters. I want the mint chip. And then we're going to come back here, current layer. We want this ice cream that's underneath. You know, I think for a 2-minute ice cream excursion, I'll take it. I'll take that as a nice 2-minute ice cream excursion. All right, now back to what we were actually doing. Can I get this in here, actually? There we go. All right. All right, I can get back to focusing now. Oh, I didn't put a cherry on top and some whipped cream. No! Well, we'll take it. We'll take it. I think for someone who's pretty out of practice doodling, I think I'm making good progress there. Anywho, we're going to take the pink out of here. Because I want that to be its own thing. So we'll have brown and cyan and stuff all fighting over each other. Grab the sky. Then we'll do see you tomorrow. All right, Buckaroo. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. Bye. Oh, that heart emoji is so cute. We'll put this goop over here. No, it's just going to overtake that. It's fine. No, I want it to be like another splat. So we'll do kind of like this. Yeah, there we go. So the paint kind of, actually, you know what we can do? Oh, huge brain, huge brain. I can just have this splat color. It is a cute emoji. It is. I can just have this splat color like this. Right? And then it gets, it's like the same size, but it like gets smaller up here because it just like does this bad boy. Nah, I'll just do like a nice triangle up here and I'll have like brown come out more to like there. Same thing with green. No, we'll just have brown be bigger. It's fine. A little asymmetry. A little asymmetry never hurt anybody. So we'll have this like so. Which means I'm going to want this to like chop out more. So that these guys can come down. Nice. Nice. That's what we'll run. Very nice. Now I can work on the scoop, which I will make a little more ovaled. You know what? I can kind of still have that just coming down there. I'll do this. And this guy here. Great. There we go. So now let's do this. Swamp. No, I want it to come out from the center more. So let's do this guy. Then cut out here. Go up to here. More goop here. Cut out a small one here. We'll do a big guy. I'm kind of conforming to the shape of the canvas, so I want to like bring this in. Don't want that like that. I think you just come out like this. And then, you know what? We're just going to have you go like that. Who's going to have that dot come out. We'll have a cyan dot there. We'll have a big blob here, which means these get chopped up like so. This gets one of these guys. Oops. I want like a nice thin one. There we go. Nice. Now we got some variety. Look at that. And then brown goes on top of this guy. So I'm thinking something like this. Into one more like this. No, it would be more like this. And then this guy wouldn't even exist. It would be, actually, I don't even think it would be like that. I think it would be more like this. And then we have like a nice short one. So it goes like that. Okay, there we go. So now we've got all that set. So we're going to go ahead and goop up here to kind of bridge those two areas together. Then we'll do this guy right here. This guy over here. And then looking at our goops from before, we're going to want more of these like dots around rather than just all kind of goop like that. So dot there, I got dot, 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 and I'll do a double dot over here. Maybe scoop like that. So dot there, I got dot, 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 and I'll do a double dot over here. Maybe some like small ones. We'll get some in here like this. And then rather than having those goops like that, I'm just going to have some kind of rough spots like that. Awesome. Same thing up here. Just so we get a little bit more variety in that texture. Nice. Let's close that out. This dude, and then this would make some more big ones. I guess I could do another like thin one here. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Kind of branches out more. Okay, that's a good start to a good variety. So then let's do, I'll finish the scoop. How's that looking? Yeah, splat, splat, splat. Step one, pretty much done. I just want a little bit more texture out and about. We'll have like, that one did that, which is good. This one can go into a big splat to cover up this space here. Yeah, now we're cooking. And then over here, we'll add one of these, kind of like this one, where it's like splat central, splat, a small dot. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna reroute this one to be a small dot instead. So we'll go, wah. I'm thinking maybe this just comes inward more. So we get this nice spike and then a dot. Okay. Right. Now we're looking like goop. Now that we've got our goop shape, I'm going to add one more thing. I kind of like these, but I want these to be like further out and like underneath this guy. So I'm thinking more like that, which is going to give us just a bit more of a better shape. Overall, pretty good. I'm just going to shrink it a bit. Okay, great. So now step one is done. We've got the shape we want for here. So what'll happen is now I'm going to draw the purple, how that looks on top. Then all those color spots that are like together, we're going to like blend the colors a bit. So initially, my initial plan, right? Like I could use the sunshine goop colors, but what I'm thinking is maybe instead, excuse me, maybe instead I do like your generic RGB colors. So we'll have like a bright green, a bright red, a bright blue, which will give more contrast. And then, no, I think for the sunshine it looks better, because what's going to happen is we're going to have these dull colors come in with that then bright purple on top, and then the beautiful, colorful, sunshiny rainbow slogan here, that'll get slapped right onto it. And I think we'll have different colors come out from that to go with the blending idea. I mean, do we even need the blending idea? I think it's cool, but I don't think like the paint would move enough to really get that blending you're looking for with like a paint pour. So maybe we just don't think about that at all. What if we just don't? I think we don't. And I think we just then now we can work on the purple. Current layer or merged image, excuse me. Bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Actually, let's just do this. Yeah. There we go. So now when I work on this, I'll have it as a separate layer so it doesn't interrupt these nice shapes I have here that I want to keep when I go into the final here. So we'll go ahead and grab this bad boy. We'll put it here. This splat is pretty much gonna overtake all of this. No, I'll have it go like here. Yeah, because then when we do our white bars, when we put those in, we'll do like this. I really should figure out what font I want to use for this, so I can get that to fit. But it'll be something like this, like progressive will be tilted here, and then blindness is going to go here. You know, we can make it more extreme. We could do like, yeah, what if we do something like that? No, I want it to fit completely in the paint. Oh, yeah, yeah. So if I do that, so it cleans up like that, then we can just shift this up here. So that stays completely in the paints. Okay. Yeah, because that'll read just fine. Okay, so let's do that. Let's merge you two together to do this and then this. I think I'm overthinking it. I think this will be fine. Because the sunshine logo, if you look there, you see how that is at like a nice 45, like 20-degree angle here. So if I put that like here, it'll line up perfectly. So I think this is the play. We'll do something like this for these guys. I think that's what we do. I reckon that's what we do here. I do reckon that's what happens. So we pop that right there. There we go. Bang, bang, bang. Bosh. Done. And we'll get that going. Now I can just turn this down so I know that that's where that's going to go. And then the logo will just like take up the whole thing. I do think I want more of this on the top of the screen. So I'm actually going to like flesh this out a bit. Just to give me some more room down there. And then we'll go back down, current layer. We'll grab this color. And I know I don't want to mess with the shapes, but I think I just need like a little bit more goop here to give me some room. So I will just goop this up. Just a little more goop, a little bit of a helping of gooping. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine if it does that. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about the overlap room there as much. So I can move these down to be like so. I'm going to actually try and angle this to be at the angle of the sunshine logo. So it fits like perfectly underneath it. So there we go. So now we'll do that. And then we can just have the green goop cover this up. We can have the brown goop come out some more. And then we can just spread this goop a bit better. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got room where when those squeegee sounds and effects come through, it's not gonna go into the background a bit. I'll just be mindful of that when I go back and do the final. Hello, everyone. Oscar Mikey. Hi, Buckaroo. Oh, we were just talking about you. Look, someone showed up and I ended up drawing some ice cream. Ta-da! I made mint chip for Delta. I hope he likes it when he sees the VOD. He'll like it. Wait, yeah. Oh, he's going to be so upset. He's going to be like, why did you say Oscar Mikey likes mint chip when it was Delta that mentioned mint chip? Oh, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble later. But how you doing, Buckaroo? Welcome aboard. We're cruising along as usual. I'm thinking I grab this guy right here. And then this goopin here, the goopinster. I want like a nice, I'm thinking like this. No, I want most of this goop to be like just all over here. Mint chip is a top tier flavor. Okay, good. We'll put that in. I'll put that in post so everybody knows. Everybody knows that I did not, in fact, mess up. All right, it's been. You heard it here first, folks. All right, how do I goop in? I want to goop right here. I think I'm gonna goop right here, and nobody can stop me. You see this? Look at all this goop. You can't do nothing about it. You are helpless to stop me. I'm too powerful. And then one thing I wanted with these guys is I really want them to have like, I think I want like a that and then a dot. And then just like a big one up here. Like one of these. Yeah, and then we'll do like another dot here. 2 dots actually. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gasoline. Got that going. So then we chop this guy up to goop up here. We make a nice goopin'. We do a good goopin'. Never do a bad gooping, right? That's how you get fired. We do a good goopin'. So this goop goes up here. Chop this bad boy up. I want to cut this too so I can get, oh, look at that. Perfect spot for a big goopin'. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go crazier. I'm going to do an even bigger goop like this. Whoa, look at that. These two are way too similar. They're pattern matching. So I'm going to cut this out. And instead go for something more like this. With another smaller goop here. And a boy like that. And you know what? We just make this gouge in here. Get a nice gouging cut. Yeah, now we got a little bit of variety going. I'm going to do another goop layer right here. And then this one hit the hardest, so I want it to be like all over the place. There we go. Nice. So Oscar Mikey, because you missed it, I'll go over it real quick again. Here is like the final kind of idea and progression that we're going to do for this. So like each of the goops comes down, splat, 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 splat. And then the logo comes in, splat, with another color. It kind of pushes the purple and colors out a bit more. And then we're going to have like a squeegee sound effect, wah, wah, which pulls away some paint here. And when it does, that reveals progressive blindness. That's a nice start to the video. And I am actually going to be right back. Oh, Lord, she in the bathroom. Woo, unexpected. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. I've returned. I like that. You like what? The goop or like the fact that I stepped away to the bathroom? What's going on in that dirty head of yours, Oscar Mikey? Don't make me get the soap. I'll go give your brain a good scrubbing out. We'll give your brain a good scrubbing out. All right, so the goop. Okay, just making sure. You're on thin ice, Oscar Mikey. You're on thin ice. All right, we got the goop. The goopin. Where's the pink goopin? Oh, look, all my layers messed up. Here's the pink goopin. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna finish the goop. I'm just not sure, so when the logo hits it, if I want, like, the goop to splatter out more, like, just a little bit from the points it hits. I'm sure I could. It wouldn't take too long. Nah, I'll just have it when the pink comes in. It'll just be part of it. So we'll eliminate another step. The super and purple are the same thing. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm thinking we just have that splat right down there. Cause then it's splat, 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 whap, whap. And that's like a nice, like 3 to 5 second animation there. Bam, right into the intro. Perfect. So we'll do that. Okay, so now we'll go in here. We'll grab this. We're gonna finish out this pattern. Then what we can do is we're gonna remake these textures. So I really liked these textures we ended up with here. So I'm gonna try and replicate those over there as well. And that'll give us a nice graphic logo. And then hopefully before I get too tired. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully before I get too tired, I'm gonna do this. I could throw some yogurt on the wall for reference if you need. No. Don't waste good yogurt like that. It's the artistic thing of like, if I was doing like realistic paints, maybe I'd look for something like that. But what happens is you end up with how do I describe this? When you do that, you end up with a mismatch. So with a graphic style, you want everything to be simple and less details. Like imagine if you made a cute tiny plushie with it. And you could just imagine that in your head. And for those who can't imagine things in their head, I'm so sorry this example isn't gonna work for you. But you would imagine that, and then what happens is, if it can't fit on that chibi, if it's too much detail, it would look really confusing, and you gotta cut it. So with this, we're getting the idea, the inspiration of goop without actually putting goop on there. I will say though, ever since I've become allergic though, I find myself like, I'm really craving some yogurt. I just can't have it anymore. Ah, so maybe you do pour one out for me. Maybe you do. Let's get this guy in here. Chop this out. Nice. Those are kind of samey, so I think this guy gets bigger to make up for it. I think we just have that just barely peek through. Which then means down here, we can have this goop come out a bit bigger. I'll know that I want to have this bigger down here. Nice. Then we'll get this guy. We'll get some goop going. I got a nice long boy over here. Look at that boy. It's a long ass boy. And then we get this guy going over here. And then I'm kind of going for this shape where this is bigger. So I'm actually going to make you come all the way out here. I think that's the play with this guy. Something like that. Make this guy a bit more stubby. Yeah, there we go. And then we will have just like one more tiny one out here. Just for some texture, just to break it up a bit. Okay, and then because the purple is like the big splat, I'm gonna have it like take over the screen here. Get some more just purple going. I had a double over there, right? Yeah, I don't want to duplicate that. So I'll just put like a dot over here. Another like just a big dot right there. And I'll put a dot right here to simulate what this guy does, which is like right here. A smaller dot. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. With gasoline. Now we're cooking with Vespine gas. Oh, we'll pull up the StarCraft in this one. Okay. So now that that's all set, we have, this is what the three are going to look like when they splat on screen. And then the logo comes down, splat right there. I do think I want this to be wider because I want that logo to be center. So actually, we could just like line that up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. So now what's going to happen is I'm just going to grab a copy of the logo here. Get rid of all these random ass colors. We're going to put this above this layer so I can see. I'm not quite feeling it. Where's center? Let's get some center lines going. I think if when it splats, it spreads out some more paint could be good, because then we'll have that going. Whoops. I'm going to have you on the background while I sleep. Sorry if I leave you hanging. No problem, Buckaroo. It's late on a Monday. It's not quite as fun as a Friday, so I'm just here chilling. I appreciate that, though. Thanks for sticking around. I won't make too many loud noises. Maybe. I'll try my hardest. Have a good night, though. I do appreciate you coming to check in regardless. Means a bunch, buddy. Let's get this guy head up over here. Where did I put that logo? Right here. I think at a minimum, I'd want it to be like this big. So I think it's hits. And maybe we splat with another color. But that's all 4 colors of goop. I mean, I could just make up another color of goop. It's got my brain thinking. It's got my brain thinking. Got my brain thinking. I'm think-thonking. I'm think-thonking, I tell ya. Oh, I tells ya. Oh, I tells ya I'm think-thonking. Oh, I tells ya I'm think-thonking. Looking at some references. What do we got here? I guess maybe we just do a different color, huh? This is hard. Oh, I could do multiple splats. I could do it like as if it was like a multiple like layer splat. Nah, I don't know if I quite want to do that. I guess I could make progressive blindness smaller. We're having a change of plans here. I'm not quite feeling it. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Let me grab this guy over here. There? Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I've got it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do something crazy. I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to squish it. And I'm going to put it right here on where the logo would go. Because this way, when it squats down, oh! I should have some like paint like falling down, right? Like, so it should be doing this, like, I guess I could, no, that's not worth it. But yeah, we should have some paint like coming down like this. Like just some paint falling. I think that's what we should do. I'll give it, make a little more dynamicity. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, I think we do that. I think we just do that. We get some in here. Womp. Womp. And then we goop it up. Not sure that's going to work with the vectorizing, but we'll see. And I can do like a big one here. And we'll do a smaller one here. Nah, I'll just keep it as regular spots. I think that's the play. And then I'm just going to bulge all this out. So that way we can take the logo, move it like so. Delete that. I'm going to tilt this so it fits in a bit better. I kind of like the tilt of the original. We'll do that. So we'll center it here. Good. Then that means we'll move these bad boys up a bit. I can make them bigger. I want them to not be bigger than this, though, like the same size. So now let's center these, pop them right there. This is what I hate. This is what I hate about design and stuff, is trying to get stuff to fit. Let's do, I want it bigger. I think the answer is I just want this to be as big as possible. I think that at a minimum is how big I would want it. And then these two, instead of having it like this, I'm going to have it be more like this. And then I shift these over. I mean, I could just have it more. Like this one slightly tilts this way. This one tilts a little bit this way, and we stack them on top. You know what? Everything else is so asymmetrical. What if we have them be symmetrical? Because then we've got a nice variety between goop and goop. And then this is just like the fact it's straight, it's simple. Don't have to worry about it. And then, yeah, you know, I'll straighten this out a bit so we can get it like that. Nice. Then we'll come back down here to get this guy, and we'll go like this. I think this is the play. Yeah, because then we'll have a wipe that goes this way. So like, whoop, whoop. Like a squeegee coming through. So we'll do that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. So let's do, do I want to go straight into the rendering, or do I want to mess around some more first? Let's fix pink up a bit more. I think I want this guy to come out. Oh, that's not pink. This is pink. Because I'm going to want these guys to cover all of sunshine. So it should go like that. Whoops. Something like that. So that way it completely encapsulates sunshine. Which gives us room over here to come up here, go like this guy. Maybe a little bit more. And then we do a big goop. Ah, there we go. Got it. Okay. So now it's, for the most part, fully encapsulated for when we redraw this logo. Nice. Get this over here. Let's get rid of this guy. We don't need any of this. We'll just put a dot up here. That's fine. It's fine. Everything is okay. Pop that there. We'll just turn this buckaroo and do another one here. So we got like 3 dots there. All right. I'm much happier with this because now what happens is that sunshine splam comes in with that big purple splat. And then what happens is we just squeegee away the other group down here. Perfect. That's a nice intro. So now let us make sure this is all covered. So you still have to come down a bit further. Which is fine, because we just do this guy like so. That looks good. James Goo, hi, Buckaroo. You said you'd see me tomorrow, and here you are again. Ah, you're a sneaky one. You're a sneaky one. Welcome back. Look, we've drawn lots of goop. I finished the ice cream, too. Ta-da! It's not the world's best ice cream, but it was fun to draw. That's all that matters as long as we have fun, right? Look at this. Oh, it's going to be cool when it's done, huh? Okie dokie. Let's get back to it. Right, you're not James Goo. You're Aileen. Aileen, that's it. Yes, I remembered. I've got it right this time. Tell me I got it right. I got it right. Oh, I got it right, surely. Surely I got an A on the test. Wow, yes, yes. So that's what's gonna happen. So this is what it's gonna look like when it's done. This is just the logo from the game, so we're not gonna do that. But when that's all set, it's gonna be like a cool little animation. Bye again. Oh no, bye-bye. Yes, you got it right. Yippee! Well, bye-bye again. Good to see you. There we go. Very nice. More goop. More goop is more good. As my poppy said, more goop is more good. We draw more goop. That's more good. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, folks. More goop, more good. I don't like how these look like they're squished, so we're just gonna come up here, fix this one out to be rounder. It comes right out to the top. And that goes there. There. Yeah, all right. I am happy with that. That's perfect. That's gonna be a nice... Oh, you know what? I know how we can fix this. This guy here, I was concerned about it. We just do like one over here and then one over here. Yeah, and then we don't have to angle it or anything. We just do whomp whomp. Maybe a little angle. Just a little angle. Not so it's not perfectly straight. I think that's what we do. Because then it looks more like the goop is being cleared away. Okay, we do that. And then we just shift all this there. I think realistically, this is going to be like this big. So something like that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Much happier with that. All right. So now I'm actually going to grab all the goop layers and shift them down a bit. So we can get that right down to the bottom. And then we're going to grab the pink one and we're going to raise only these guys up a bit. Awesome. So now we don't look like, for one thing. Okay. So there's the purple goop, which gets these three on top. Yeah. All right. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take a screenshot of it now. Heaven forbid anything happens to it. There we go. And we can upgrade our, we can put it, just put it over here. We don't need it anymore. That's good enough. That's good enough. We don't really need this plan anymore, huh? Yeah, we don't need it. Okay. Let's get this guy going. So I guess what the first thing we're going to do is, let's start with the dark green goo. Do you want to make the patterns? That's the question. Do I want to make the patterns? Not yet, methinks. Not yet, methinks. I think I will just clean up this goop first. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves. How thick is that line art going to be? Pretty thick. Should I trace the sunshine first? I should probably trace this, huh? I'll get a clean version. I mean, I could just use this. I don't have to create my own version of it. Because it's just going to be for the intro. I kind of want it to all be styled, right? I could just copy it. Decisions. You know what? I think we do trace it because then it's going to be our creation and it's going to be more consistent with all this rather than like this weird mishmash of styles. If anything is worth doing, it's worth overdoing, guys. Words to live by. There we go. Okay, so now that we got the clean version, I said, now that we have the clean version, I'll scale it to the right size later. We'll make it bigger to start. Actually, since we're doing, you know what? Since we're doing, let's grab this guy. So I keep this on this side of my screen here. Then I'm actually going to just get rid of all this gunk on the left-hand side. Goodbye, ice cream cone. I'll miss you. Oh, hold on. He survived? Oh, nope, he's gone. What layer is that? 13. 13 can go. Let's clean all this up. I will do this. Oops. I will do, is that all these? Nope, that's ice cream. We want, that's just an empty folder. Pink. What layer are you on? There you go. So I'll grab this. Bonk. I'll open this up over here so I can grab the colors as needed. I'll get rid of these guys. We'll grab this. New floating view. And we'll just put that back so I can see. There we go. And then I'm going to make all of this. What's that? Okay, yeah, it's fine. I'm going to grab all of this and scale it to the right size. So now it's the right resolution. So anything we do render isn't going to be scaled down. It'll fit in. Is this the right size though? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. That's the resolution we're looking for. So we're going to hide everything except this. This is all doodles. This will be for finals. Let's put this guy in here. Hide this whole folder. So now we can just make this guy as big as we want because we can always shrink it down and it'll be hunky-dory. Let's go ahead, get our colors going. So how do I want to do this? I think first things first, we do just get like a nice outline of everything. Yeah, I think we just do a nice outline of everything, get all the shapes right, and then we'll draw it in. The hard part is going to be this 3D shaping here, how I want to do that. All right, let's just go with that. Let's just follow our gut. I don't think we need this extra depth here. I think just having the white outline will be enough. So we'll get the basic shapes. And I think rather than having this blocky texture like it's got here, I'm going to round this out so it matches my own style. Let's go with that. S7. Let's start with this guy. Look how happy the Shine Sprite is. I'm going to want probably this thick. Yeah, because then the goop will be that thick too. Okay, let's do that. Bonk, bonk. Bonk. Oh, that's S6. We want 7. Let's do this. I feel like I should make that thinner. It's a bit too thick for me tasting. Yeah, like that's nice and thick, and that's not going to be too much for problems. We'll do this. Then we're going to get this bad boy here. Ember Dragons. Hi, Buckaroo. Welcome to the stream. Oh, what brings you here this late at night, evening, or a reasonable time in the morning? It's really late over here, so I hope you're not staying up too late, Buckaroo. Let's get this guy cleaned up here. Let's go ahead, pop this over here too. Bam, bam. Bing, bong, bing. And now we match this shape here. If you have a question about what's going on or what we're making, I'll show you. We're kind of at the final step in the process, but we got all this stuff here. We're going to try and get this all banged out for a nice, cool little bam animation for what's going on in the video I'm editing out. For right now, I'm getting this guy. Clean out here, clean out here. Still might be too thick for my tastes. I was trying to imagine that's going to look. Should I just do flat colors first like I do? Yeah, let's not break the wheel. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. Because if I just spend like 10 minutes trying to block that out and I don't like how the shapes are for me, I'll mess with it later. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a good way to get to like the start. Then I'm going to end up more than likely, I'll end up doing some exaggeration on my own end. So we get something basically the same, but this will be just a good head start. Okay, got that. Let's grab the top half of the sun. We'll round this all out too, so it's nice and consistent. Whoops, my bad. I always get wrong with this tool, how fast or slow I can click here. I always click way too fast and it's like, oh, you're done. And I'm like, no, I was just going quick. Whew, it's getting toasty over here. I think that's all one thing, so we'll just leave that as is. Grab this. Why did I start all the way up there? There we go. Oops. So now I'm just gonna turn this down. I'm gonna go back up and I'll get that nice red. We'll go like this. We're gonna want all of this to be red. Is this all one thing of red? I think it is. Yeah, there we go. Grab this bad boy. Go back around. Get this guy. I'll clean all that up later. I'm not worried about it. Bang, bang, bang. Boom. These are also red. So then we'll have the basic shapes we're going for. Bop, 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 bop. I said I didn't want the 3D effect, right? Yeah, let's color all this. We don't need that. We'll deal with that later. Yeah, I guess something like that. Okay. This is where it gets awkward because I'm not sure how I'm going to break up the shapes on these. I think I just do it with the 2 layers of colors here. And then do I do the outline or just the And this is going to be annoying as heck. Well, I mean, I guess I can just do that right now. Put a layer below. We'll do like, whoops. We'll do like bam, 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 bam. Bing, bong. Bing, bing, bong. Bing, bong, bing. Bing, bing, bong, boom, bing. I sound like the stupid jingle in an elevator. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Boop. No, I don't need to, but this is how they did it, so this is how I'll do it. We'll go just put that with like this green, right? It's a color that's not really in use here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'll hide this because I don't need to worry about that. I can hide these two because we're done with that. Let's get the letters now. Then we'll go with the blue, a nice blue. This is going to be annoying as heck. I'll grab this like lighter blue. I'll put this like 50%. Then we'll go in. And I'm not going to go too accurate with this because I'm going to want to round out all these letters and add my own exaggerations to them. But I want it to be as close to this as possible. Like, I was just going to hand draw it. But if I take the time to get this here, it's going to be more uncanny. Sort of look more consistent with what's there before. Then when I go in with my own exaggerations, it'll add my layer of character to it. So it'll be very clearly it's Mario Sunshine. Because I would do custom typography, but hear me out. It takes a lot. It takes a special type of person to make typography. Anyone who does that nice, fancy calligraphy typology, they deserve as many cheers and, you know, good jobs as you can get them. Because that stuff is not easy. It looks easy on the surface, but it's its own special art form, and I'm not quite up to par with it. To put into perspective how little differently it is than most art that I like work on, in college, we literally had an entire career, like a, not a, what's that called when you have a career? Your major. They had an entire major just dedicated to calligraphy, which I think is insane. I think it was hand typography or whatever it was. Oh, so good. So good. The artists who did it, I'm so impressed by them every single time. There's so many art forms that I've dabbled in and gotten to start in, like making this avatar in the VTuber model. But, you know, the layer of depth an actual professional has, it's a sight to behold, let me tell you. Okay, so now we'll take the darker color. So now what I'm thinking I do is I outline everything, or I could do the white outline. I think I'll do all the shadows first. I don't want to do the 3D stuff, but it's like naturally 3D. I'll do the shadows. I'm not going to do like the indent into it. I think that's the difference between the artist and Adoriana. I don't want to do that. So let's do shadow now. We'll lock in the shadow parts. So not this 3D part. So you see how like this lip here? This is what we're going to be gunning for, this lower part here. And then I don't care about the rest of it. The rest of it is not what I'm that interested in. So this just goes like so. Up, up, up. More like this. Let's see, get this guy. And I'm not being too fancy with it because I'm just going to go ahead and round it all out in a minute anyway. So then we focus on here. Then we go down to get this guy. No. Oh, wow. I see. Oh, I see. So yeah, then that goes there. Got it, got it, got it. So then we grab these like so. Okay, I'm seeing it now. So what I'll probably do then is I'll end up going back over and just like grabbing the outline of them. Do I want to? I want to be careful with that. I guess if I've got the outline like this from the graphic being on top, it's fine. Because you can see here, I've got like the rough shapes I need. So we'll work with that. Okay, let's grab this. This one in here. We'll maintain consistency. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could just incorporate this like lump up as part of it, and then the white is like the tip, which is probably the better play. Let's be real. Yeah, let's do that. So then this would come up to, I'll leave it as is for now. I'll mess with it in a minute. I'm not quite sure how I want to handle that. So then we'll do bang, bang, boom, done. We'll come out to here to get this shape, which will connect to here. And then I don't know why we can't see this guy, but I am taking executive measure here. So I think that looks cooler, quite frankly. So then this guy up here. See that? I don't need this anymore, so I'll just become dark, I guess. And then this comes up here to be like this. This comes up here to be like so. You are... Actually, that's just the paint color below, so I don't need that. So actually, I can just... I was tricked. I was deceived. Aha! There we go. So now we grab this guy over here, a little bit on this one to fill that up. We'll fill up this guy too. This one as well. In here. Oops. There we go. Nice. Get all that. Perfect. And then we need the depth of this guy so we know it's separate from this one. I think I'm personally going to have that connect up there like so, kind of like we did with that other shape. So connect up here. So now I know that that's something separate. I think that's what I'll do here, even though it's technically not in perspective. I kind of want that there. So I have that separation to know that, oh, this is a separate letter. And then I will just like add this in so I can see. I feel like just a little line isn't gonna hurt anybody. There we go. Because I'll end up chopping this up anyway. It's like that's gonna be there. Then this is all gonna be the top. Which means this is in shadow. Then we'll do this. Yeah, and then we'll keep the white outline because it does make a difference. So I guess I should go in and just do the white line outline after just to make it safe. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll make something fun. We'll make something fun out of it. So now we'll grab this guy, go down here. Get that texture. We'll get this guy going. Up to here. Bum, 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 bum. I'd be a bit more chatty and yappy, but man, oh man, I gotta focus because this is the one downside to art streams is I want to be more chatty, but I'm like usually so I'm so focused on what I'm doing. I figured I probably should be chatting, you know? I should do just a little bit of yapping. I'll put this in a separate layer. So I think the shadow and the blue being excuse me, it's being together is fine. But I want the white on a separate layer. So actually, I'll just mark that there so I remember what this layer is for. Is that everything? Except the palm tree. We'll do the palm tree. This one, this one's easy. We'll do this one quick. So we'll grab our nice, that's like this kind of green. Maybe a little bit more like that. Ba, ba, ba. And once we get this outline, then we'll go ahead and grab... there's a coconut on there too. I had no idea. Oh, you learn so many things when you zoom in on something. It's like when you look at your face and you're like, what's that on there? What's that doing there? All right, we'll grab a coconut. And a nice sandy yellow for this tree trunk. And then we'll add our own embellishments and stuff. But now we got everything we need to be faithful to the original. So let's turn everything on. Get this all cranked up to 100%. Okay, so now this is what I was looking for. I've got my nice basis here to expand on as I need. So I want to add a couple elements that are very similar to the run that I had. Which reminds me, actually, I want to do this before I forget. Go back to this goop layer. If I go in here, no, I can't quite do that. Yeah, I can't quite do that. So we'll go back to this guy. Okay, so I'm going to start making my own exaggerations here to kind of pump this up and make it more of my own thing, and then go from there what I wanted to do initially. So the first thing I'm going to do is come into here, which should be the dark and the light blue. I'm going to round all this out. I don't want any of these 3D bits here. I want all this to be nice, rounded, smooth corners, because that's more in line with my style. Let's grab this. Go in here. And up here, I'm going to add another little bit of flare to be like that. Whoops. More like this. And then now that we have this in here, we'll kind of pop it like that. Oops. This guy can be rounded. So he's got more like a rounded schnoz. We'll round that up with everybody else. Nice. We'll do the same thing over here. Kind of round out this boy. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Hide that guy since I don't need it, because I want to see where the S and the H ends and begins. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mark these. Towards something like that. And then I'm gonna mark this all as just the underside of the H. More creative liberties. Then we'll do that for all the letters real quick. So since this guy has a bigger up here, like he's got a little bit of a fupa, we'll come in like so to grab this and round this out. And that means I'm going to want this guy who's coming in like this. I want this rounded out more to give me a little bit of room here. Same thing as above. So I got that nice S. Smooth S. Get this guy. I do like how these two are touching, so I'm going to keep that in this version as well. Do I want this to touch then? No, because in the original it doesn't, right? Yeah, it gives a little bit of room. Makes it read a bit cleaner. I see. We're studying. So that means we get something like that going. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got S. Let's just do the rest of shine while we're here. So the H is going to be part of the white. So I'm not going to touch this. But I am going to want to see this guy here. So I know what's going on with that. And then same thing with this guy. I know that you're your own shape. Actually, this is the 3D of that guy. So I'll get you some of this going. Then we'll come in with this, come down to here. Something like that. Then we got E, which is going to come in like so. Okay, so now we can go back. So now I can see the rest of those letters. We're going to round this guy out first. Yeah, there we go. Rounded H. Whoops. Get that going. And then this here as well. And then that white is what makes the rest of that there. So we'll leave that H for now. Because if you look at the original, it kind of pops up at the white. And I think that's cool. Ah, you know what? I'm taking my own liberty. I'm taking my own liberty here. My own artistic liberty. I make the rules, huh? I make the rules here. I'll put it lower. A small little limb here for the H. The H. That goes there. That goes there. Nice. Now looking around. Forgot to round this guy out though. Whoops. Some of this. Hello? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer the whole time. There it goes. Let's just get this whole thing rounded out while I'm here. Here we go. No, I don't need this anymore to be like that. I'm actually going to give you some more depth. Yeah, there we go. How are we going to do this? So I'm trying to think of some other Adoriana elements, but I didn't really have anything crazy. Like I had the stickers and stuff, but that will all come through in the video. I guess I just let the character bleed through as I make this. All right, let's go ahead and now blurt this guy out. So my idea for these is to make these bigger. Are yellow and yes, they're two separate ones. Let's combine, yeah. Whoopsie doodle. There we go. Then this one's going to be smaller. Whoops. And then same thing. This one's going to be bigger. This one's going to be smaller. So before I get rid of that, I just want to keep in mind of this tree, which is here. That I do want this color to fill in that empty space. Come back up here to red, and then I can erase this. I think I'm just going to chop all that out too. And then this one's bigger too. Which means I don't want to move the tree over. Whoops. Move the tree over. I'm going to make the tree bigger. Right? Look at that. Yeah. So now we're getting that nice contrast of this being pushed in and this being here. So I think we're going to actually exaggerate this even more. So I think I want this to be more like this, a nice big one. And then this stays a little bit as is, but we'll turn that out a bit. This one is just going to get turned in a bit like this. And you'll see as we go down, I'm going to turn this one in. So it's like these are all getting tucked behind and it's kind of curling in on itself. It doesn't quite work how I want it to. That's okay though. Let's get rid of this. Let's still just adjust this to be like so. Let's go ahead and round this out. Well, a nice round sun. And then what if we do this? We have these ones that come out like so. I want this guy more like this. This guy to come out like so. And then same thing here, except these are much smaller nubs, more like this. Yeah, that's looking way better. So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna do bam. Layer outline. Womp. So I'm gonna invert and get rid of all the ones I don't want, which is this, 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 whatever that is. I don't know how that happened. There we go. All right, there you go. Now it's all nice and filled in. So now we got more of a unique shape here. But we will still keep that iconic swirl. Oh, it's kind of like the Adoriana swirl. Look at me. I'm covered in them. Oh, more swirls than you imagine. There's a few secret runs, too, if you find them. I mean, you probably can't see them. I think they're on the lower half of my body, but that's fine. Okay. So I'm kind of digging this, except I'm going to do this just so we just get more sun. Kind of like an exclamation mark. I feel like that's just a bit more unique. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Just adjust this guy. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now we got all sorts of texture over there, which really makes the sun a nice fancy piece. Then we'll mess with this bad boy a bit more. I want them to be like the same size though. Yeah, there we go. So when they stick out, it's more like that. Okay. All right, there you go. So now we got some more interesting shapes going on here. So now I guess I'll just clean this up while I'm here. Is this all part of the same thing? Yeah, it is. Oh, I didn't mean to give this the red outline, but I kind of like that. I mean, I can just do this. Bonk, 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 bonk. Ha! There we go. All right. So we're going to do this. We'll get this guy going. So now we've got that happening. Do you know what we should do? I could put the swirls on this guy, but nah. Nah, I'll keep it consistent. I'll keep it on brand. I'll keep it on brand. I won't go too crazy on it. Get that guy there. Swoop over here. Very nice. Swoop over here. Okay. So that's done. That one was easy. Except it's not. I want to exaggerate this some more. So I want this guy to come up here, and I kind of want this guy to go like so. Like he's got a crown, like he's a fancy boy. Make this guy bigger. So it's not quite right, but no. That looks goofy. We'll keep that one as is. I'll keep it cute though. I might do something like, because its eyes are normally like this. And I might just do something like, it's so much cuter. And we give it some of these. Oh, That's so cute. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now that's looking more like my style there. Yeah. And this, you know what? This will kind of influence how I'm going to end up doing that goop when we get to it. Yeah, I see. I see the vision. I see the vision. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Adoriana. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's go back to blue for a bit. We'll keep working on blue now. Stop getting too distracted. I think what I want to do is when these lands, they're kind of rounded like that still. So we'll come back in here and we'll just get that rounded. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'll come in and polish it up later. I just want all the shapes right now. So when I'm finally happy with it overall, like right now, like, yeah, now we're cooking. Now it's a lot softer. It's not that harsh shape. And when we go ahead and render, it'll be nice and consistent with the colors and goop we have on the left-hand side. Mwah, chef's kiss. When people say you shouldn't trace in art, this is why I say I don't believe in that, because now I have a solid basis for a thing I planned on emulating. And like, I'm not going to do typography all the time, right? Like, I don't really like typography. I'm just doing this for fun. And I'm just playing with the shapes because I like playing with the shapes. And I'm turning all the elements into what I want, how I like it. And that way it's more consistent with me aesthetically rather than just kind of copying and throwing the logo on top. It's a lot of work for something small. And the thing is, if I had just started like from scratch trying to copy the original image, like coming from here, I could have done that, but it would have taken so long. And if the goal is copying, you know, my professors in college would get kind of mad because I would trace the drawings for my paintings. And they'd be like, why are you doing that? And I'd be like, because I don't like drawing. Drawing makes me angry. I want to paint. And right now, I've skipped the drawing page and now I'm just painting. I'm having fun. I'm doing the fun thing I want to do. Kind of like the paint by numbers thing, you know? And what matters is you got to do what works for you. Because people will say, like, oh, that's air quotes cheating. But realistically, is there any cheating in art? Yes, actually. There's only one thing that's considered cheating, and that's AI art. We don't do that. There's no expression in that. No love. But here, man, I'm just having a good time. Oh, crap. Speaking of time, I've lost track of time. I gotta keep going. I mean, regardless, we made a lot of good progress on this. I gotta take it into the video, so I won't be finishing it here, but man, I keep coming into these streams and I'm like, oh yeah, I can finish this in like 2 hours. And then I end up, you know, spending way too long on the small details. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'd prefer that. I'd rather have like a handful of well-made quality stuff. So when people come to the channel and they see stuff, they can see, oh, look at that. You know, I have a blueprint. I have something to say, this is me and my voice and how I am. And I'll get faster as time goes on, but I think what matters right now is I just want to have, girls just want to have fun. That's what it turns down to. And it's vice versa. If you're drawing something and you just want to draw, like you don't have to draw to be able to, I mean, to paint after you draw, you don't have to render it. Like for so long, I would like not want to draw stuff because I'd be like, oh, then I have to like take it in, paint, etc. And it's like, who said so? Who made that rule? You can just have a silly doodle. Like this guy over here. It's not perfect. That's not what it's going to be, but it was cute. I had him wanted to do that. I had some fun. The ice cream cone I drew earlier. I just want to draw an ice cream cone. It was cute. I had some fun, you know? We're all human, and I think we spend too much time working on perfection instead of having, you know, having that expression, right? Getting it out of our system. That's a sad, sad state of affairs. It really is. Do you guys think 𝘂𝘵𝘥𝘦𝘥𝘍 has dozed off yet? Ooh. Someone put his hand in a bowl of water. And then we'll see if he wets the bed. Tee-hee. Let's go ahead and put this in here. I kind of want this to be thick. I think at a minimum, I want all the letters to have like this much of an outline. Because you see, this is, if you look back, like the original outline I had for this was this thick, right? I really liked how thick this outline was. But until I had it like this, where it's all kind of goofy, you know, I wasn't sure I wanted something that thick. Like, that's why when I draw, I don't go straight into like the line art. I don't like the line art because I'm just going to skip that step, man. It's just going to get recolored later. I'm going to change it. Why would I waste my time on that when I could just like, look at this, you know? Might be a bit too thick. Might be a bit too thick. Just a bit too thick. I'm thinking like this. I'm thinking something like this. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's a good thickness. That's a good thickness. That's nice chunky thickness. That's what we're looking at. Go ahead, grab this bad boy. Zoom up around so it's consistent. We'll just clean all this up here. It's like another thing. Like I would always make like hard edges when I was drawing and painting and doing etc. Or like only soft edges. And it's like here, I want this to be sharp. I don't want to round these corners here where I'm really tempted to. I really want to like round them out like that. But it would detract from the shape overall. I think it's a more powerful shape when you have a little bit of sharpness like that. Like down here too. Like I'm tempted to. I could just go and then go ahead, round that out. I feel like it kind of takes away from it. No, you know what? I've changed my mind. You know what? I'm kind of sold on that. I'm kind of sold on that. I've sold myself on it. I think it's cuter. I think rounded edges are much cuter. And it's okay to change your minds. You're never stuck in anything you have to do. I feel like Bob Ross right now. You know, you don't have to. You can change your mind. You aren't stuck in anything you do, buckaroo. This is your world. And in your world, you can make anything you want. I'm going to make some happy trees. So goofy. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. We'll come back to it. This is a certified, we'll deal with that later moment. Nice. So now we got that kind of shape, which is good. I just need to make sure it's like consistent. Something like that, something like that. And then we'll clean it all up later. I'm spending too much time drawing right now instead of painting. I need to be doing more painting. I need to be doing more material on canvas, less polishing. More material on canvas, less polishing. Let's go down here. Let's get these letters out of the way. See, because I started drawing and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do these letters. Like it's too much work. But I have to stick through. I have to persevere. All right, at a minimum, I want this much here. The outline on the outside for these guys. Which means to counter this, I'm going to need to do some thicker shadows for them. There we go. Look at that. Ah, nice. Which means up here, like so. We'll follow this guy like so. Round this out. Round that out some more like this. Actually bring this in here. Whoopsie. I'm just going to have this match the end. And I'll round this out. And we'll round this guy out. I think it comes down further. More like that. Whoops. Oh no, that's everything blue. Whoopsie. Yeah, so that means you need to just come out more to finish the rest of the end. Something like that. Something like that. It's kind of the same size as that. So I'm actually going to make this N bigger. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the N bigger. So we'll come down here, just grab all of it. I want the rest of this. And I think I'm just going to go wah, wah. So we keep that same whimsy, but now it's bump, 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 bump. Oh, it's not consistent though. Oh, I see what they're doing. It's big letter, small letter, medium letter, small letter, medium letter, big letter, medium letter, small letter, medium letter, small letter. Ah, I see. I'm on to your clever ways. I think what we do is we just have this come down. Like, this is like the dip of the E that's down there. And then this will be white, but for now we can just like leave that there. So we just like, he's E. He is E. I think I just want to move all this up though to like this. Go ahead, grab that. Very nice. I think instead of this coming there, I'm going to like round this out to be more like so. So we get a little bit more of that N. He kind of bubbles out. He kind of bubbles out. That's what he does. He's a bubbler. He's a bubbler. In New England, that's what we call the water fountains. We call them bubblers. Hi. Oh, you're back. Welcome. Look, we're making a thing. Ah, it's fancy. I've barely made any progress. But we got the thing now. When this is done, then we're cooking with gas. But I didn't think this would take 3 hours. Granted, I took 30 minutes to draw an ice cream, so that part's on me. And we'll turn this down again so I could just get the rest of these outlines. This U is gonna be weird to fix, but that's okay. This guy going like so. It's beautiful. Aw, thank you. I like this guy. He's so cute. Look at him. He's just a guy. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy, boss. He's just a little guy. Don't hurt him, boss. He's just a guy. Right, the M coming down. Oh, big M. I got more M. More M. M for Mario. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Fill all this in. Let's just put that guy. Whoa, zoom in. Not what I want to do. Get this guy going in here. Yeah, I was convinced I'd finish this tonight, but I forget that I'm a bit of a slowpoke. I get distracted. I'm like putting the paint down. I'm just like, I'm just having fun putting the paint down. I don't care about the rest. So if you're ever wondering, like, oh, Doriana, why didn't you like ever take up a career in the art? This is why. I realized that it's a hobby. It's fun. It's what I like to do. It should not be my source of income though, or it'll be my downfall. I'm gonna make this bigger, like a bigger R here. R. Are you with me, fellers? I'll end up making that white. That's fine. Yeah, and then you're just gonna come a bit longer too. See that? I believe in you. Well, I'm glad you do, because most days I can't believe in myself. So I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna complain one little bit. And the P, or we can have the big P with the big guy that comes out like that. The letter P. This stream is sponsored by the letter P, guys. This E can come out more too, like that. Yeah, there we go. R can come out more. Oh, look at him, big boy. And we got this in here. And then we got E. That goes there. P. And then this U is going to be real weird. Something like that. That's what I'm think-thonking. That's what I'm think-thonking. I do a lot of think-thonking. I'm a think-thonker. I'm a brainer. I'm a brainer, okay? I'm a wise gal. I'm a wise gal, you see. I do a lot of think-thonking. Use my noggin. Ah, you got a good noggin. You gotta use it, guys. I don't know why I talk like an accent like this all the time. I don't know where it came from. My mother didn't raise me like this. I don't know where it came from. All right, and then this one's a bit tighter than that guy. We come all the way up there. Whoop, whoop, chonky boy. And then this one comes up like so. Whoop, whoop, chonky boy. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of chonky boys. I'm gonna go back here to get that. Yeah, I think we just gonna check this out. And we'll use that to our advantage. Get rid of that. Something like that. Okay, now we turn this back up. All right, I'm gonna round the rest of this out like we did down here with this S. And then it's so goofy. And now I just need a font that matches like how nice and rounded this is. I think I had a font called Cream Swirl. I'm gonna try and find that one again. Actually, I'll write it down right now before I get Cream Swirl fonts. Well, I can't find it. I'm gonna hope it's in my files somewhere. Okay, let's take this bad boy and let's round this guy out. Because I like how much it's popping out, but I want it to be a rounder. Around the boy, around the boy. We like rotund boys. Fato catos, if you will. All right, let's get that thickness again. Meow, coming in like so. Bonk. Meow, coming in like so. And then all these overlapping blue lines that I'm doing here, I'll probably change that to white. So I'll adjust it a bit. And we'll have that nice outline going like it had before. So it would be like, instead of this, it would be white and then curve down here to follow that inner path and then swap up for in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that'll be nice, and I'll add the nice contrast. And then I will probably go back in, and I might add the 3D effects like this. But this is why I didn't copy the initial 3D effects, because I want my own. And if I do, I'd want it to be like this, where selection, erode selection. I want it to be more like that rather than the actual three-dimensional shape, so it's a bit more graphic. But we'll see. Instead of that blue too. Oh, I gotta fix these. Oops. I'll do that after. Instead of like this white too, I might just do like a nice really light blue. So you still get kind of the same contrast, but it's not like as bright of the white. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do when I get to it. I like my pastels. I like my pastel colors. I'm a pastel girly. I can't hide it. I can't hide it. Not that, not that I'm trying. If you ever like watch me play a super saturated like older game and you look at my avatar, you'll see how pastel my colors are. I'm like muted and washed out compared to them. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ra-ta-ta. I forgot this R. Oopsie. Whoopsie doodle. Get this guy going. Turn that back up. There you go. Yippee! All right, so I think for this U, I'm just going to bite the bullet, and I'm just going to do that. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Everything. Remember the Adoriana motto. Everything is okay. Everything is 𝘗𝘪𝘥𝘭𝘦. Everything's 𝘗𝘪𝘥𝘭𝘦. Okay, guys? And then we'll cull this. Whoops. Why are you all sorts of messed up? Why are you a 55 layer fruit cake of fucked up? That's a good one. I'll have to remember that one for later. There you go. All right, so that super is nice and rounded out now. I still gotta get the rest of this. Yeah, when that's done though, oh, it's gonna be so cute. I still just want like more to add to it, but I feel like if I add more, it's gonna be like way too much, you know? Like I wanted to add like a peanut butter boy and like an Adoriana in there somewhere, but too much. I could put like an Adoriana hat here if I like grab a screenshot of myself. I could just do this. The only problem is it's blue on blue, so I kind of don't want to do it. No, that wouldn't look that bad, actually. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, we do this. We cut this out. We cut this out because it's behind. We'll have the hat be behind that. Yeah, I could do that. If I make this like a deeper blue and I have this as the hat, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I can get that added in. Wait, no, put the hat on the shine. Oh my God, you're so right, bestie. How does this work? If a shine wore a hat, would it wear it like this or like this? I guess it would be more like this. Then we put this here. Yeah, we could do that. Da 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 da. Oh, yeah, kid. Oh, yeah, kid. Now we're cooking. Thank you. Thank you, Shay. My bestest buckaroo, old pal, old buddy, old friend, old jamboree of mine. Oh, I have so many good buckaroos. I have so many good buckaroos. I don't know what I'd do without them. Oh, yeah, kid. Oh, yeah, kid. Let me turn all the thingies down. Happy to help. Yes, yes. Just so we like envelop that yellow so we get a nice dark color going on here. Then make the cone bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll get that in. It's a little weighted on this side now, but who cares? So cute. That's too goofy. I can't do that. There's goofy and then there's too goofy. Never go too goofy. Then no one takes you seriously, like me. But they don't know. They don't know. I'm the most serious person they ever met. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Oh, my hand is so tired. Oh, me hand hurt. Oh, me hand cramping. Oh, me hand cramping. I need to find a better way to do this. The problem is I like painting and drawing like this. And it's like, everyone's like, oh, just use a vector program. But I'm like, that's not the point. Like a vector program, I can't like mismatch the shapes. I gotta go with the actual shapes and then build layers under it and work with all the layers. I hate layers. This is all one layer, right? This is all one layer. I don't mess around with layers. I can't. I can't do it. I need something to support me wrists. I think that's what's happening. There we go. Just put a little towel under it. Take a sip of water. Stay hydrated, folks. Holy moly, we've been streaming for 3 hours. Been working on this a while. Well, I think this is in a pretty good spot. And this is also in a pretty good spot. Except we'll scale this down to what it's actually meant to be. So this is going to go like right here in all the goop. And then we'll have the words progressive blindness like right below it. Ah, yeah, that's going to look nice. That's going to look nice when we're there. Once we have all the actual colors. Yeah, and then we got all the contrast going once we've got that and the shapes. And that'll be a cute little intro we'll have there. And then the background will actually be a background and not, not this. So I think that is where we'll wrap up, buckaroos. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm probably going to head out and I'll have this finished for next time. Next time on stream, we'll work on some smaller stuff that we can make a lot of progress with. I forgot how long that this was going to take. A good thing I didn't work on the thumbnails because that was the other thing I was going to try to work on. I think next week we'll work on the emoji things that I was thinking. So I'll have it set up so that in chat, if you use a certain emoji, stuff will happen on stream. I'm hoping to have that ready for next stream. If I don't, then what's going to happen is we'll end up working on the assets for the Pokemon Nuzlocke that we're doing and or the assets for controller visualization for the screen, because I will eventually be doing, what is it? I'll be doing, oh, I set up right. I'll be doing, what was I saying? I said thingy things, then the other things, then the other things. So this would be the things for the Nuzlocke. I lost my train of thought. Well, I think that settles and this is going to be time for bed anyway. So thanks a bunch for hanging out, buckaroos. I'm going to head out. I'll probably end up, I'm trying to be better about social media and stuff posting too. I'm posting in the Discord. So as I finish stuff, as stuff gets churned out, I think I'm going to start getting some posting on that. So take a look. I got all those linked in the description. I only really use one, which is Blue Sky. I don't touch the others. I'm too old for that kind of stuff too. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to catch you later. Bye-bye. How do I turn off the stream again? Is it this button?